Hey everyone, this is Saeed with Messy Growth. So today I'm sitting down with someone who didn't just climb the sales ladder, she built every rung herself. Marta Rzymek is the head of sales at Brand24, one of the Poland's most recognized SaaS companies. I actually sat down with the founder and CEO, Michał Sadowski, a while ago. Loved that conversation. I really wanted to dig deeper into the organization. So Marta, she joined nearly 4 years ago at Brand24 and moved from sales specialist to head of sales, not by jumping companies every 18 months, but by delivering, leading, and of course, owning revenue inside of the same organization. Before Brand24, Marta ran international sales across multiple different industries, from fashion to 3D printing, and built a reputation for generating results, leading teams, and of course, selling globally, something I want to dig deeper into. She's one of those operators who understands selling from the ground floor to the strategy level. No buzzwords, no growth hacks, just real sales leadership built over more than a decade in the trenches. Something I really want to talk deeper into. Thank you for sitting down with me, Marta.
Thank you so very much for having me. My pleasure.
Absolutely, yeah. I do want to talk about something because you have this not traditional story. A lot of the people that I speak to, if they start in tech, they stay in tech. You've kind of like changed industries, which is fascinating. You spent almost 80 years managing in Zuzabat, then jumped into international sales. What happened in 2016 that made you leave something you'd built for nearly a decade?
So actually, it wasn't jumping from international sales, to international sales, because it was always about international sales.
Oh, fair enough.
But yeah, however, like many years ago, and I feel old enough saying that, it was pretty complex to stay in a small family-owned company, which Zodabar was. So there were many things on my plate, which I absolutely loved, and I learned so much. However, in 2016, my friend, who was also HR professional, approached me and said, "Hey, I know a guy who needs somebody with your skills, and I think you guys should talk." And we did, and it clicked. And I say, yeah. So actually, I didn't stay a long time in this new company. It was different kind of apparel, so clothing as well. But I actually think that was a sign for me to move on, which I would probably, maybe not, I don't want to say never did, but I probably wouldn't do right away. So yeah, it was just a bunch of coincidences that made me move forward.
And looking back, do you think you made the right decision, or kind of feel like that family-owned business was kind of like the right niche / area?
I'm in a happy place right now, so I'm very happy with every single change that happened to me.
There's something in the water at Brand24. Every person I speak to at Brand24 does not want to leave jobs. Are they happy? What is Sadek doing differently there?
You tell me, because when I was, when I was looking for I was thinking about companies in Poland, which I would really like to join. I actually made a list, I made a list. And I must say that Brand24, one of these companies that I really wanted to be at. And I thought, of course, I wasn't sure, if it's true what they say. Yeah. And this guy who's running the company, he's so humble. And, he's the most famous person on LinkedIn in Poland. Like, he's a star. How can he be so humble? And everybody say the people are so great. But, well, here I am, and here we are. The people are super honest. And you actually feel it's a safe work environment. Like, you're in a good place with the right people. So, yeah, we actually have, what can I say? Like the tone comes, from C-level, and that's, yeah.
100%. It's something interesting. You've been in sales for such a long period of time.
Yeah.
And I hear it quite a lot from people that you should join a company if it has a great product. And I kind of feel like that Brand24 has a great product. It is obviously very popular. It is well-renowned, and not just in Poland, but abroad. But also it has a perfect team. Do you think one thing matters more than the other, or do you kind of feel like the perfect combination is having the right balance of people and product?
Well, I think it's both. But, it wouldn't be fair to say that one thing is more important than the other,
Sure.
because you cannot build a good sales without the great product and
Yeah.
without good people either. So
Yeah.
no, don't make me choose.
No,
Yeah.
I fully understand that. So you've sold 3D printers. Fantastic. We just got a 3D printer for our son, and he is just ecstatic. He literally wants to sleep next to it. So I wanted to dig deeper into it. So you've done, 3D printers, adult fashion, now SaaS, monitoring tools. That's about as different as it gets in terms of the range that you have been selling. What's the common thread in selling things that have nothing in common?
Yeah. So quality. First things first, quality. So I don't want to say it triggers me, because it does not anymore. But when I still do not get how people get impressed with the phrase, "Oh, this person is great. They can sell literally anything to anyone."
Right.
Um, to me, to my ears, what I hear when people say, "I'm a great salesperson, I can sell anything to anyone," to my ears is, what I hear is, I do not care about your product. I do not care about your organization. And moreover, I do not care about your customer. It's about me who can sell. So, so to me, it was always important to be honest to myself and to people I work with, both, like, all parties. So I'm sure that I'm offering something that's really good. Like, I can stay honest to myself that, yeah, and that was actually, I was privileged to have a really good quality stuff in my portfolio
Yeah.
all over my life. So yeah, I'm happy about that, and that's what
Yeah. I want to
was
probe
easy.
deeper.
Yeah.
Sorry, I want to probe deeper into what you said about salespeople who can say, hey, they can sell anything and everything to everyone. Doesn't really
Mhm.
matter the product. Do you not think a lot of that is because of the fact that they're flexible and adaptable to any scenario you put them in? Isn't that what sales
Oh,
require at the end of the day? Is because I kind of feel like that every product can be learned. You can learn to
yeah.
sell printers, you can learn to sell software, but what is much more harder to perfect is the selling skills, the interpersonal skills that you have. Those are just really hard to gain, and that takes a decade or longer to just perfect and hone in on your craft.
Okay, so don't get me wrong, and I'll apologize right away to all the
No, please go
salespeople.
ahead.
But everybody is listening right now. I do not think that sales is a rocket science.
Hmm,
So I
fair enough.
I fully agree. I fully agree that you need to have a certain sales of skills. Apologize.
Of course.
So you have to have some like a set of skills that makes you yeah, like being open minded,
Good
the willingness.
communicator.
Yes,
Mm,
absolutely. That's for sure. There are certainly people who will not enjoy sales. That's for sure. But I do not think that you cannot learn how to sell.
sure.
Yeah. So long story long, especially um, if you want to understand the product and understand the customer and understand the process, and that wouldn't be something that's super complicated. So yeah.
That's fair
So
enough.
yeah. So
Yeah, no,
just
you're right. I mean,
yeah.
sales is it's not a rocket science. It can't be learned. It's not a esoteric godlike feature that only some of us possess, right? I fully agree with that. And I think more and more now that products are more going towards product-led motions, not sales-led or sales-heavy, you don't have to shove product down people's throat. That just doesn't work anymore. So anything
Yes.
aggressive,
Yeah.
people will detect it from a mile away and they will just say, no, thank you.
It
Um,
would be beautiful world if it would be more and more like that. But obviously, let's keep going this way. Keep going this
Absolutely.
way.
Good direction. Fair enough. So, talk to me about your journey at Brand24. You joined as a services sales, specialist in November of 2021, and then you became a head of sales in September 2023. That's less than 2 years. What did you do in those 22 months that got you promoted to lead the entire sales function?
So I probably will be very Polish / millennial about the answer, because I. So if you ask me, was I the best salesperson? I don't think so. Was I the person who worked with the company the longest? Nope. So it's um actually it was there was a gap. So the team was led directly by our CCO, Leszek Kasprzyk, and there was a need in the organization for a person to take care of a pre-sale team. So I guess I should be forever grateful for to Leszek to see me in this role, and at the same time, yeah, for my team to accept me, because it wasn't my first rodeo, and I did know that it's not always that easy when you're from being suddenly moving from a colleague to
Yeah, it's a
a
tough
team
jump.
member. Yeah.
Yeah. But I also
So
think,
basically, yeah. Sorry. Just so
no,
you know, I just think that it's not it's a question to Leszek, not to myself.
but I think
What
you're
did
being
I do?
humble. You're being humble because if you are being put in a position where you're leading the team, means that you're doing some things right, if not most of the things
Yeah,
right. So
I'm positive. I'm positive because I do trust my boss as well. So he did a good decision. I think so. Because we're still together and we're doing cool stuff together. So yeah,
that's what matters
that's
at
for
the end of
sure.
the day. So head of sales for over 2 years now. What's something that surprised you about leading a sales team that nobody warned you about?
That people are more sensitive, that they admit they are, um, and that home office change us like for good.
Mhm.
Like, yeah,
Can you
because
can you tell me, give an example in what way?
yeah, we tend to create bonds that are that would be very different. Like a couple of years ago, they would probably not exist, and now I can be a really good pal with the person who's living in Dubai. Yeah, so
No
that's
barriers.
we can see each other like once a year, and that's still, and I feel like we can still work together like very very close. But at the same time, it surprises me that it's enough to not to know each other in person. It's still,
Yeah.
I know it's time
Really?
flies, but it's
Yeah.
still new to me. Yeah. I still feel like it's strange that we don't have to see each other to like each other and to understand each other. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Are you more of a remote work person, or you're more about in person going to the office? Because I've been to Brand24 offices in Wrocław.
Yeah.
I'd work there any day of the week.
I mean, the office is great. The office is great, and I do enjoy being in office. However, I must say that when I'm in the office, because people are really great, I have trouble focusing. So I have to, if
Really?
I have something, yeah, because you have always time for a coffee or a nice chat. So if I really have to sit and do stuff like my focus time is at home, but
Mm.
everything else I like to do in office. Like I would say 50-50,
Yeah.
or maybe 2 or 3 days a week in the office and the rest at home.
So you would argue that remote work has broken you because, I mean, it's a fairly new phenomenon post-pandemic, right? That people
Yeah.
can work from home, and I still can't get used to it. I cannot get used to it. There are days that I wouldn't even shower. I would just go straight to the computer. But back when I used to go to the office, like I gotta go get ready because you can't look like you can't go like that to the office and you're representing.
Oh, yeah, that changed my wardrobe, that's for sure. Yeah, so definitely I do not need as many cosmetics as before, so I do not put it. I barely put a makeup, so any makeup. But and going to the office is a kind of like a celebration, like my celebration. So
Fair
this
enough.
is, yeah, so I'm going to be bold today. I'll just wear a pair of jeans instead of my
Mm.
or jumpsuits. So yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the thing. It changed me in a way. It changed me in a way, but not in a bad way, I think.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair
Just
enough.
different, just different.
Yeah, it's a good change. I mean, I deny it has its benefits for sure.
Yeah.
So upon doing research, and I know we talked about this before on your LinkedIn says your main skills are team leadership, generating results. Those two things are often in tension. I've been in those positions before. You're pushing for results, but sometimes pushing for results can destroy morale, can destroy teams. How do you balance that as a leader?
How do I keep balancing?
Yeah, it's a balancing act.
So, I mean, it's, it, it's not easy, that's for sure. But one of the most important things, uh, I mean, in my role, as I see it, is to stay very, very close to every single person in my team. So I spend tons of time on one-on-one calls, on better understanding what every single person needs, where they at, uh, um, what what are their strengths and weaknesses, so what they actually need at this very moment. So knowing, like, don't get me wrong, it's not about constant coaching because, but I mean, being able to understand where we at allows me to build the team spirit, but also to maintain the process. So just like that. So yeah. So basically, tons of time spent with the team and every single person individually.
Fair enough. Curious, do you think managers, sales managers, heads of sales, should they be the ones selling, or they should primarily focus on managing teams?
I do not think that we should stop selling
Oh,
because
really?
yes, I do not think so. I do not have time to sit with, to have a lot of calls with customers myself right now.
Mm.
But I enjoy it so much that I really got excited every single time when the guys are asking me, like, can you hop on a call on a customer with me? Or can you just
Let's go.
take the like, it's the best part, it's still the best part. So, and I do think that it's like a muscle memory,
Sure.
but at the same time, you have to work out.
Mm.
So it's not like you can just run I mean, some people can, but probably it would be difficult to just like run marathon right away. So what I do not think that like active active selling is something that is an obstacle. It's rather helping you to understand what your team is doing, what's the situation like, what the industry looks like at the moment, what your customer needs are. Basically, you
Yeah.
keep yourself in a loop. So I do think that it's important to not to. I don't want to be the person who is only, doing sales in theory.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So, yeah.
I think what you're saying, I fully agree with, is that if you don't sell for a long period of time or anything, your muscle atrophies.
Yeah.
And you start to lose that skill set, and that's probably one of the most dangerous things because that's what got you there to
Yeah.
begin with. I'm curious. You've seen both sides of the spectrum. You've been an IC, so an individual contributor, and you've been a head of sales. Which one is more intriguing?
I'm really in my happy place right now. Surprisingly to myself, because I never see myself actually to. I really enjoyed sales.
Mm.
I mean, I like the let's say the vibe, the challenges, like I like to overthink everything. I like this
Okay,
planning.
you're
Yeah.
perfect for a head of sales role.
I mean, and now I mean I do the same, but plus worrying about everything. So yeah. So I mean both. It's
On
cool.
that topic of there are certain your traits that you're describing that make good managers good managers. What's the one trait you look for when you're hiring for sales that transcends industries?
I really enjoy working with people who are curious, open-minded. Uh, and if there is one thing that every salespeople I like to work with have in common, that they are their ability to learn. And this is something you actually say,
Fair
that
enough.
the flexibility and ability to learn is something that you basically need in
Mm.
sales. So this is the most important part. And second of all, team spirit, because the last thing I would like to to see in my team are like the high performers, like performers who actually kill the vibe. Because so long story long, team spirit and ability to learn. I actually like the people. The spark in the eye when I see that people think about what they do, rethink, re-innovate, whatever, like reinventing sales maybe not every single day, but they questioning the process. And this is what I really enjoy. The people who can tell you, hey, we do it like this, and maybe we shouldn't.
I was reading this Reddit thread where folks, managers, they were telling what their favorite questions are they ask in an interview. Do you have one of those iconic questions that you go for just to kind of like peg and see what that person is about?
No,
No.
I do not. Sorry. I would love to say that, yeah, there is like one extra question that, that opens all the doors, and I do, and I'm in line, and right away I know that this is the guy. No, because my intuition fails me hard and failed me hard many times, but lucky to, I have a people around who knows better than I do from time to time. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. One of the things about being in sales is that you're going to hear a lot of no's. Rejection is pretty much commonplace. And every salesperson has lost deals when they were like zeroed in, locked in, and ready to go. Have you ever lost deals, and do they still bother you, or you're the type of person that is more like, lost, move on, forget it, detach myself from the outcome?
like if there is like, it's not like my second name, I would say, but I do wake up in the middle of the night thinking about what I did say, what I did not say, what I should improve, and how much I screw certain things off, because this is a part of myself. This is
Sure.
who I am. This is who I am. I tried to fix it. I think I had many years to fix it. I did not fix it yet. So looking forward to it. However, I'm not mourning about it. Like, losing is a part of the game for me. Like, and I understand the game. I understand the game. I know that how can I enjoy winning if I'm not losing? So it's not like I literally can tell you like this is the deal I mourn about.
Yeah.
No, I keep losing, on daily basis, because there is no win without lose. Just
That's
like
fair
that.
enough. Fair enough. I want to talk about Brand24 real quick. Social listening tools are often considered in the market as a nice to have, or rather than a must have. That is just something, a prevalent voice, so to speak, on the internet. How do you create urgency in a category where people can live without you in that particular way?
Okay, so this is something new to me. Because I do not see social listening tools as a
Tell me
nice to
now.
have. So, no, it's not to me, like personally, I do not see it as a nice to have thing. Nowadays we have this conversation on the internet. Our lives are online. Everything is digital. So if you run a company that's at some point, if you have a product or services, if you're online, if you talk to your mom
Yeah.
on the internet more than you do, like if you want to purchase something and you just Google, if you're sick and you go to look for a doctor, or you look for a Dr. Google. Basically, our lives are very, very digital. So if you run a company and you're not interested in what your audience is saying, that you're making a mistake. So it's not very difficult. The only thing is that when we talk to people, there is sometimes they're not quite sure what Brand24 can provide. So not only understanding so it's not only social listening. So not only understanding the audience perception, the brand's perception, I'll say, but also like understanding competitors, like being able to grow your brand. So there are so many things. It's not very difficult we don't have to pitch it, I would say that much. And from my perspective, as I do not see it as a nice to have anymore. So this is how I fix it in my head. So it's very difficult. So it's not very difficult to talk to people about it. Yeah.
But also, I think it helps quite a lot that you have a very good brand and it's quite established.
Oh,
That's certainly just like,
100%.
oh yeah, we know
Yeah,
that. That really helps.
yeah. So brand is a one thing, and also product is a second thing. It's a really,
Yes.
really good product. It's a really good one. So you don't have to, that show people that this is something that you actually take and work with. This is like a part of your day-to-day work from day one, and that actually this is how it improves your, check it. Let's see together how it can actually address your needs. And yeah, it's not very hard to sell a good product. Let's be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. That is something I agree with. So I want to talk about your background a little bit. You studied Polish literature and language, which is about analyzing text and meaning. Does that background actually help you in sales, or is it completely irrelevant?
That makes sense because it's also about communication.
Fair enough.
That for sure. Nevertheless, I barely speak Polish
Oh, really?
daily basis. Yeah, I do not. I mean, with my teammates or at home, that's for sure. But, I
That
mean,
would be odd. I was like, yeah.
so not with all my colleagues, because not all my colleagues, not all my teammates are native speakers. So Polish native speakers. So we do have, like, I would say this in English and so on. But well, I butcher my Polish. But at the same time, I maintain to be a very average English speaker. So yay to me. So
Average. I
unfortunately,
would not say average.
I mean, I do speak, let's say, decent English, and I guess my ancestor wouldn't be very proud of my Polish nowadays, because it's very like English, like English sometimes. So, but yeah. So the communication was a nice part, and also I really enjoy writing, and
Fair enough.
like, I mean, being a part of creating copy, like automation and stuff. That's a cool thing for me. And I'm often the author of very cringy, awful text that we have to change later on, because I thought it would be cool. So yeah.
Fair enough. Do you write privately, or is it more about just in the work sense? So there's no blog or anything. There's no Substack that we can go subscribe to.
Unfortunately, no. It was always somewhere in my head, but I wasn't brave enough to just do it. Yeah.
Fair enough. So 20 years in sales, or almost 20 years in sales, you've probably seen every type of deal, customer, and team trauma. What still surprises you about sales after all these years?
When you say almost 20 years in sales, that that cringes me out. That's true.
20 years
unfortunately.
young experience.
Yeah. So but that's true. So what still amazes me, not in a good way, is that when you go and is that, you're literally not, in your private lives, or for business purposes, you need to buy something. As a salesperson, you know it yourself. It's not very easy to go and buy something, because you have your expectations, right? When it comes to the sales process. So, and you sit in the front of salesperson, and it's 2025 / almost 2026, and you get this regular sales pitch, like a demo walkthrough, technical walkthrough, and my favorite part, this PowerPoint presentation. So, like, it still amazes me that I always think that people do not do it anymore, and still they do. So, yeah.
That's a pain I can relate to in many ways, 100%. Talking about sales processes, pitches, and demos, AI is supposedly going to transform sales. It certainly has transformed in a lot of his customer support, customer success side of things. As someone leading a sales team right now, what are you actually doing about it? And what's just noise for you when you look at it from the lens of like, it's AI?
Well, I mean, it's, we all go crazy about AI. It's difficult to not to over AI everything. Very difficult nowadays. But at the same time, I really feel that we have to be a part of this. If you don't, it's like sink or swim. If you don't follow, then you stay behind. And actually, I don't have a problem with it because I already did find so many great stuff. And actually, the best thing is what we do right now, and I'm super excited about it. So excited about it, and people probably are not. Some people are, don't want to listen when I keep talking about it. But the amount of insights and the sales coaching and coaching intel you get from a conversation with your customer, what you get, what is out there, what AI delivers to your sales team, to you, to product team, to marketing team, everything is out there in this transcript. So, so this is like the first thing I would say I recommend to anyone, like record your sales calls and get the intel out of it, like squeeze everything out of it, because there is like tons of intel. You'll be smarter. Yeah, like you'll be way smarter after discovering what is out there. So definitely AI helps you to understand what's in there, to understand the audience, to understand customers' pain points, like to see the pattern, more patterns, because they're like, which use cases are nowadays like the most important? What people, what actually also when it comes to self-coaching, um,
Mhm.
if you have 200, 300 sales calls a month, to listen to, and you are not able to give a proper feedback to your team, right? And at the same time, if you listen to 2 or 3 and you want to give a feedback to your people, based on these 2 or 3, you don't have a bigger picture. You're just mostly it based on predictions. Now, when you have this AI features, you see the bigger picture. You know what's going on based, like in a team and also per person, and also this self-coaching part, I really enjoy because it's easier for people to, for every single person to get the feedback from a robot, let's say from AI, than from Marta. I always say, but now let's listen to this very part and tell me what you think about it. So it's easier. So
Yeah.
cool things, definitely listen to to the sales calls, let AI do it. And of course, then let it help you to write. But let's not be, I mean, you open your mailbox and you can immediately tell what was AI generated.
Oh yes, from a mile away.
So what we normally, what I do, what I can say now, so I'm super sorry if somebody sent me an email today and probably I won't reply because it's like, and archive or just delete, because let AI help you write. But and we do use it. I mean, we need this help. It's easier, it's faster, but do not over AI everything. At the same time, there are new stuff. I mean, yeah, we will probably need like a separate call to talk
Yes,
about it.
about AI
But
slop in
yeah,
sales.
I'm sorry. I mean, everybody. It's not a buzzword. I really do not. I know. I mean, people. When you open your fridge and there is like AI everywhere, like
Toothbrushes have
AI
AI.
everything. But actually, it's really helpful. And if I would have tools I have today, like 10 years ago, boy, I would be so happy. I like Marta 20 years ago would never even imagine how easy life can be. Doing her prospecting. So,
I believe you 100%. Yeah.
yeah.
It's fascinating how far it's come and how fast it's growing. The
Yeah.
LLMs, it's really amazing. I do want to ask you one thing before we head into our rapid fire round, which is we talked about AI. What's something about sales that everybody believes or thinks is changing, but you feel like will stay exactly the same? If you were to make a prediction and put it in a time capsule today.
I mean, the only thing that does not change that much are people. And I'm not so, it's still, B2B, B2C, human to human. at the end of the day, and I mean, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, millennials. I mean, I do not, time flies, but there are certain things that do not change. And I do not see a great change. I mean, people stay the same. Bonds, communication, it will change at a certain point, but I do not believe that we have to like reinventing like sales processes
Sure.
nowadays to adjust them to new people. There are no new people. There are people.
Just
And
people.
but you asked me in 20 years but maybe I was wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just think that, yeah, people don't change that much.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Yeah, you're right. People and people's behaviors are going to stay the same because the wants and
or
the
at least
needs and the desires are the same for the most part. That are very critical to us. This is fascinating stuff. I do want to head into our rapid fire round, Marta. Quick questions, quick answers. Best advice that you've ever received, business or personal?
one that I rarely use. Learn to walk before you run. I always run and then I fail. But it's a very good, very, very good thing to listen to. And another, fake it till you make it. Like, I think that, yeah,
You believe in that?
yes, because imposter syndrome is something you cannot like just move out of your head. So just fake it till you make it, smile until you feel that you're happy. Works for me. Works for me. I mean, worked for me many times.
Sure.
So,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Fair enough. Make it. I hear you. Advice you ignored but wish you had listened to.
So again, learn to work before you run.
I figured that one was coming.
Unfortunately, I'm not a fast learner. Yeah, even though, yeah,
That's
I
all
listen,
good.
but I tend to ignore
Mm.
good advice.
At least you know we're improving the TV, so that's
Oh yeah.
critical.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
For the most part. You mentioned, what would you tell your younger self, say, 7 to 10 years ago, and not about LLMs, but in general?
Okay, so instead, apart of like Marta, good days will come. Prospecting is over. You're in a happy place. So that's the first thing. And another thing, like more like serious stuff, then probably I would say like losing several battles doesn't mean that you're a loser. Like you're
That's
just,
deep.
it doesn't mean that's deep. I mean, I felt like I had to you need to succeed all over the time when I was young. Like, like every single failure was like the end of the world. And now I would just tell her like, chill. Chill. It's just a small part of whatever happen in the future.
Yeah, I think I was talking to a very good friend of mine, and they said that one of the things that he focuses on in the gym is that to make the muscles strong, you have to get them to the point that they're weak. And I was like, what? Like, what did you just say to me? Like, repeat that again. It was like, that's all there is to it. You have to go through the path of crappiness to be able to feel greater and better and stronger. So,
yeah. Hopefully, yeah, I see you. Hopefully, yeah, the nice part is that you can laugh about it later on. If you can.
yeah, if you can, I think you'll want life if you can actually laugh about the failures.
If you can. I mean, yeah. But I mean, you can still cringe inside, but at least you can. I mean, there are always things that you feel sorry about or anything, but yeah.
Absolutely. You're in sales. There's definitely a challenge going on. Is there an ongoing challenge in your current work that keeps you up at night?
Yeah. Revenue versus team leading, like a good team building versus revenue. So the one of the questions you asked me today, how to create a good team and at the same time deliver revenue. So I'm afraid this is something in sales that will keep you alive.
Yeah, that's a battle that has no end, unfortunately, in
Yep.
sales. Your favorite restaurant, meal, or spot in Poland?
Well, I'm a picky eater, and at the same time, I like simple food. If I say potato, any kind of potato, like really literally anything. So
French
so I can
fries.
so seriously I can keep. I mean everything, but most of all, kluski śląskie. Do I
Oh,
translate it?
yeah, my daughter loves
Do I trans? Do I translate? Yeah, it sounds like a
it. Yeah.
kids menu, but when I say that, but yeah,
How
I would
would
say
kluski
that
śląskie be in English? Dumplings?
like a
Silesian dumplings?
different. I do not know. For Silesian people, it would be gummikleze. So I'm saying hello to people from Upper Silesia. I literally don't know how to
Yeah.
explain it, but they are like, yeah, it's my comfort food, and
Fair
yeah.
enough. My daughter loves them. We buy them, and my wife tries to make them as much as she can. She's hooked. Kluski śląskie. Oh, that's perfect. A tool that you
I
can
hope I
use
can
where.
keep my expert saying that.
There you go. Is there a tool that you cannot live without, or do you feel like it's one that you swear by?
Beside Brand24, Fireflies nowadays.
Really?
Fireflies. It's our note taker,
Mhm.
and it's and it's something that that I literally use. I'm not talking about CRMs or stuff,
No,
or that's something that's obvious. I mean, it's still a privilege to have a good set of tools in sales, because there are people struggling with bad CRMs and bad processes and Excel files. But I would say at the moment, what I need is Fireflies to use it further. I mean, to just transcription videos and stuff.
Fireflies. I really like them too. So,
Super
there's
easy.
more. Yeah.
Super easy. Yeah. I mean, there are different ones, but I really enjoy using this very one.
Perfect. Marta, it's been fascinating. Really enjoyed speaking to you. Learned a lot in the process, and obviously learned how your background, your experience, and everything. I really appreciated you coming on the show. Where can listeners find you?
Well, I would say, as a majority of salespeople, I'm not very. I mean, I'm mostly taking care of sales rather than social media. But I'm sorry, but to say that I'm not very active. I plan to change it. It's my new year, new me.
2026 resolution.
Yes, that's so much into 2026. But I actually do have a plan to be more active on LinkedIn. So go ahead and ping me on LinkedIn, follow me on LinkedIn. I'll definitely. I have some videos ready, and I promise that I will share them in the nearest future. So yeah.
Please, we're looking forward to it. That is fantastic. Are you going to put them on YouTube, or is it just for LinkedIn audience?
It's just for LinkedIn. I do not see myself as a YouTuber yet.
Oh, really? Oh, well, you may never know, right? Like the future is it takes you in interesting and weird places. But
Indeed.
Is there an upcoming talk, project, or an event that you're excited about?
Nothing that I can just tell you about.
Nothing.
Like right out of my head. Yeah, nothing I have in my head right now.
This is fair enough. Well, Marta, I really appreciate you. Thanks so much for everything. Thanks for coming on the show. Folks, if you got value out of this, share it with someone who needs to hear it. I'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Yep. Bye-bye.